As Wisconsin is going to serve it. Left to right. Hornung underneath it. Left side, Newton. Was it popped up by Barnes? It was. Brought back in play and shoved over. Free ball to Purdue. Left side attack. That's Newton down the line. It's wide. No, it's in. 15-8. Wisconsin leads by 7. Loberg serve receive left back. Spinning pass finds Hilly in the middle. There's Smeck with a poke and it's pushed back. Here comes Wisconsin. Left side to Loberg. Rolls it over the block. Newton underneath it. Back to Newton in the middle. A tap right at Redke. Push back. Bush back set to the right. Cleveland open hand kill and it's down. Right in front of Ojo. Small little punch there by Cleveland on the outside and Purdue trails it 15-9. Ojo's pass finds Hilly at the net. Right side Redke got blocked. With Wisconsin up by 6. Guided up front to Bush on the serve receive. Swing by Johnson, stopped and covered. Purdue tries the right side. Tipped by Cleveland. And flying in underneath it is Hilly. Bumps up, finds Loberg. She'll fly in, bounce off the block. Shoved forward by Hornung. Here comes the attack by Newton. Good. Fastball right past the left fist of Barnes in the left back. Wisconsin in rotation 4, passing 2. It goes to the left back at Ojo. Right side attack, that's Redke. She got blocked again.
And she's improved as each set has gone on.
4 aces tonight for Barnes. Serves to the right back. Here comes Purdue to the left side. That's Newton into the block, and it's off the block, and it's good. Here's Demps off the top of the net. Played by Purdue to the left side. Newton hits off the block, and it's going to drop down. Wisconsin won the second set after Purdue won the opening set by 5. Here's Newton. Serving it at Barnes, and it drops off the table in front of Barnes in the back row for an ace. Nebraska and Minnesota, each with 12-3 records. Penn State now 11-4. Purdue is 10-4. It's getting pretty tight there down the stretch of the Big Ten race. Swing on the left side, and there's a block out of bounds by Wisconsin. Counted for Newton. Short serve, picked up by Ojo on the right back. Here's the right side tip by Demps, popped up by Purdue. Back row swing, and it's dug out by Wisconsin. Then Demps.
Impressive job by the Purdue blockers there. And you know, I kind of thought Hilly was going to go to Robinson too because no one else is scoring.
Here's Ojo. Going back row at Otek. Bush sets it up. Back row attack is in.
What a rocket shot. She hits out of the back row to the right to the Badgers left back corner.
It had to have bounced and then hit the line, Judge.
Yes.
Okay.
Bounced right in front of him. Perfect shot.
Oh, what a shot. Yep.
Monster blocks going to get a lot of stuff blocks and stress out the attackers.
Shove forward on serve receive by Ojo. Redke got blocked. Demps lines serve this time, going short all night. Here's Newton left side, bouncing off the block at Demps. Hilly to Redke, reaching for it. Hornung backpedaling dig. Here's Newton to the left side, punching at it cross court. Barnes dives to her left with the stop. Left side Loberg, off speed. Otek, one fisted dig. And it's shoved over on a free ball. Hilly to Dana, hanging in the air, blocked by Purdue. She just looks a little flustered. Here's Ashburn serve to Otek. Pass a little off to the right. Back row attack. Newton with just a missile right at Demps in the back row, and it's good. 16 kills.
Rocket.
Yeah, 16 kills now for Newton. Here's Hilly. 19-17 Purdue. Boilers set. Back row, Newton tip, and it's down on the left front. Also trying to end a 30-match home winning streak for the Badgers. Boilers set to Newton left side. It's off of Ojo, and it's down. 22-19 Purdue. And beating Wisconsin for the second time this season. What does Boyer and the Badgers have to say about it? Pounded over by Boyer on the serve. There's Johnson, popped up by Demps. Hilly over to Ojo, rolls one over. Handled by the Boilermakers. Bump set, here's Newton. Stopped by Barnes. Hilly runs it to Redke, reaching for it. It's near the net. It's tapped over by Bush. Demps waits for it. Hilly gets it back to Dana. This time more controlled. And it's popped up off the floor on match point by Hornung. Newton with the swipe. Demps with the stop. Redke runs. Tries to push down the line. Dug out Otek. Left side. Newton. Popped up Boyer. Off the board. Barnes saves it. Wow. And a free ball. Wisconsin lucky to keep it alive. Newton for the match. Boyer with the stop. Brought back in play by Barnes. Here's Ojo shoving it over. Free ball Purdue again on match point. Left side to Newton off of Barnes, and Purdue does it again. The Boilermakers beat the Badgers for the second time this season And Wisconsin has company atop the Big Ten standings. Now a three-way tie.
In serve receive to get a swing.
Haley Bush with the pass in the middle to J.L. Johnson, who missed some time with illness at the beginning of October. Purdue's lineup so much more robust with Johnson on the floor. And on the cross-court kill, Caitlyn Newton.
Good swings, and that means good sets. And the previous play was not a good set to.
And they ended Wisconsin's 30-match home win streak inside the Wisconsin Fieldhouse in 4 sets, no less. That's down and another point for Purdue.
Now watch how they're targeting Newton there. She passes the ball. Minnesota wants to wear her out. That's one way to use the block.
Lob serve from Samity. And from the back row, Newton, too strong. But a touch and a point for Purdue. You had one of their first matches of the season against Baylor, and you couldn't believe how much different this Minnesota team looks now nearing the end of the regular season.
Yeah, and he said, you know, it's all about having time in the gym. He admitted that they were a little choppy at the beginning of the season. Was taking away a nice chunk of court. There wasn't much area, but that's what makes her such a special player. She's able to hit that cross-court shot so well.
Newton goes down the line, and what an answer from one of Purdue's stalwarts, Caitlyn Newton.
And there you see virtually one-on-one, and appreciates about his super seniors. Dave Shondell says they feel like they can get better, and this was one area that they focused on, and clearly they look good tonight.
From the back row, Newton.
You know, does a great job defensively, but we're going to see her arm swing in the front row. She will have a huge impact tonight.
How about the arm swing from the back row? Caitlyn Newton for Purdue.
Oh, absolutely. Bush just knows where she is, and the placement. She needs to be a little bit more active and contribute some kills here tonight. If it's Haley Bush, you got to pick which one you want her responsible for. And right now, they're letting Samity go in the back court, so she can line up with the outside attacker. Schaffmaster runs her in front.
Schaffmaster sets Miyabe. Dug by Newton. Otek over to Ellis. Blocked out of bounds. And a couple points strung together by Purdue with their backs against the wall.
Is critical. They have to stay in system, and they have to eliminate unforced errors.
Underway in the third with a swing from Caitlyn Newton. Best of 3 the rest of the way as Wennis tries to dump it over for Minnesota. There's Schaffmaster, an Indiana native. Newton down in front of CeCe McGraw. Purdue strikes first.
Court for Bush to attack.
And she has the green light to do that whenever she wants. I'm talking to Dave Shondell about that. Purdue wins a couple and ties it at 4 now against Iowa. That's on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app, which is where we are for this top 10 volleyball showdown.
You're awesome, so let's try to get a side out now.
On to the next. Great dig by Schaffmaster. However, it's a Purdue point.
Different look when Skimmerhorn's in there as opposed to Grace Cleveland.
Newton aces up Minnesota.
You know, it becomes pretty one-dimensional where the ball is going. Points like that, it's just so frustrating for Minnesota, but takes up that sharp angle, and it's all a big stuff block for Minnesota on that play.
Cook off the palm of her hand. Fished out of the net. McGraw over to Skimmerhorn. Point Purdue on the swing from Caitlyn Newton.
Play, you've got the middle going behind. The block is leaving.
4 lead changes. Samity behind the line. Serves Hornung. Bush passes to Cleveland. Samity. Here's Caitlyn Newton. Into the corner, that's down for a Purdue point, 19 all.
Part of that rally, but take a look at this perfect bump set behind Hornung's head.
Crowd staying in it, but they have to be stunned. McGraw keeps it alive. Miyabe. Newton for the win. It's dug by Samity, out of play, and Purdue does it again. Still absolutely alive in the quest for a Big Ten championship.
the ace for Rodriguez. Lexi Rodriguez with her 11th of the season. Nebraska right now on a 5-0 scoring run. Tip there. Back row again. Knuckles and got it. Back-to-back kills for Kinsey Knuckles.
Great freshman liberos out in the conference. She is definitely one of them, averaging 4.78 digs per set, so incredible numbers.
It's not often you'll see Caitlyn Taffy have an opportunity on an overpass to put one down, and the bro has an opportunity to get it back up. There is Cubic out of the back row with the kill. In set number 2, Nebraska thought it had tied it up at 18. Roll shot, Hames is there. Cubic, great shot, deep corner by Cubic to even it at 21. Another set point opportunity here for the Terps. Hames with the up. Another opportunity. Good up by Rodriguez. Right back to Cubic. Off the block. Rodriguez keeps it alive. Stivrins pushes it over. Bump set, back row swing from Sire. Sire will swing it again. Here is Cubic. Just kind of rolls it over. Nebraska not letting it hit the ground here in this rally. And then Whit Lonstein off the block and out. And we've got extras in set 2. 5'7" defensive specialist with 16 aces on the year. Cubic rolls that.
Pops that one up. Sun, great job again. Cubic just a great job getting that ball down, and Sun's got 2 blockers.
Certainly in the conversation for Big Ten True Freshman of the Year, as is the server, Lexi Rodriguez for Nebraska. She finds the ace there
in Indiana.
Out of the middle, and Ramelsburg again. That is where the Hoosiers are feeding their offense right now. Stivrins again. Zumock on the left side. Out of the back row, and Cubic blocked, somehow saved. Sun gives it a try. And the joust is won by Indiana, but Nebraska gets a second try. What a point this has been. Sneak attack. Collied, was ready. Sun gives it a try and finds the back row. What a point again here in the second set.
To the Cornhuskers we saw earlier in the season.
Good dig by Knuckles off a net cord. Over to Saris. What a play by Connolly to save it. Zumock. Baden-Horst gives it a try, and Westbeld, midway portion of the Big Ten or around the NCAA tournament bubble, but we can still continue to build for next year and take some positives away, and they will today.
Absolutely. Ramelsburg at the center of that if you want to look offensively.
Overpass by Cerami. Nebraska 5 away. The only set today that's been a true blowout. Baden-Horst finds the back row, 21-25.
Merzick with the serve. Adana Rollins deals that one well. And Johnny Parker with an opportunity. Stark with a nice bump. Blossom to Horde. And finally, for Penn State, back on the board. Hannah Grant with the serve. Blossom sets up Johnny Parker, who's been quiet for a little while. Had a huge first set. Hampton is there to Blossom, who sends it behind her to Adana Rollins. And she's been doing that all night and all season. She's third in the team, who just had a big spike to kick us off a moment ago. And a nice serve there. Jenna Hampton with a nice save. And Caitlyn Horde just towering over the net. Kendall Murray is there. Johnson with the set to Jones. We've seen that a few times tonight. Blossom will set up Parker with the finesse. That's one thing that makes Parker great, her ability to see the floor, to put it in spots where there is nobody on defense. And she's been successful doing that numerous times as Paige Jones flies in with the spike and Jenna Hampton is there with a nice dig. And that's the sophomore Allie Holland setting up Erica Pritchard. Blossom to Pritchard. And that is just patented tonight and in her 5 remaining games after tonight. And the third set is tied at 5 points apiece. And Donna Rollins, last week she had roughly 45 against Penn State when it was all said and done. And that one is sent far into the back corner. A lot of great veteran leadership and experience on that side of the net. It's Paige Jones. Spikes it, handled well by Jenna Hampton. And Johnson will set up Jones, and Murray is there to keep it alive. Grant will set up Jones once more, and that might have gone long, but Adana Rollins keeps it alive. And Blossom with the heads-up play. Blossom setting up Holland, who decides to poke it over. Handled well by Michigan, and now Joni Parker with the kill. And Murray is there. Johnson will set up Jess Merzick and Johnny Parker with a nice dig. Donna Rollins. And that's Merzick with the...
Julia Bishop starting serve for Michigan State here.
And there it is. First one, there's the set. Oh, a pretty quick first point for the Nittany Lions.
State, we also have a Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Julia Bishop got that after posting a pair of double-doubles last weekend on the road against Rutgers and Penn State. So
they're having a real good time as they get yet another kill to put them up 4-3. There's the serve by Gross. It'll block up a put up. The eternal catch-up, a trend which the Spartans are going to hope to buck here. Can they keep it alive, though? Yeah, point to Penn State. Yeah, Colvin, her hair was covering the number, so I could not see. Penn State with an easy kill there. Rollins with the serve, a dive by Franklin. Keeps it alive. Cavangela deflects it. That'll give us Rebecca Poljan with a serve there. Lands just between Poljan and Cavangelo for another Penn State point. Might be what they're looking for as Jenna Hampton goes for the serve. This one put up in the other direction again, but Gibbs goes for it, keeps it up in the air. Back it goes. And they're still rallying. Hit against the net. It stays alive. Franklin tosses it back into play. And out it goes. What a rally in favor of the Spartans, now in double digits, 13-10. Yet again, unfortunately. Hopefully the timeout has helped her as well as the other Spartans. Although the score and that moment there is saying otherwise for now to make it 19-11. An unusual 2 straight points for Michigan State as there's the serve from Gross. That one will land in favor. Gibbs puts it back. They're going to keep it alive. Franklin just tips it over. There's Hampton. Oh, and Franklin hits it back. Gibbs takes a dive. Anyone's game at that point, but the score, again, puts it heavily in favor of Penn State wrapping this set up. Although, just kept up in the air and inside for Penn State. A couple of really incredible moments there. This is a very big moment. Big hit there and lands inside for the Penn State Nittany Lions to rather handily take.
Spartans now setting up for service again.
Pritchard out there, she actually had a very good game in that last one against Ann Arbor. Season high 18 kills, which is pretty crazy.
We've been seeing a lot of personal bests coming towards the end of the seasons here for both teams. The player development on both ends has really shown through in these last couple of tournaments.
That's good to know. Well, it remains to be seen because we actually have seen a couple of some of the attack errors that we saw from the Spartans now happening on the Penn State side. But I do think it is more that Michigan State's now going up to Penn State's level a bit more. As Penn State continues.
1 point is all it takes.
1 point at a time. There's the serve by Sarah Franklin.
Just not quite enough reach there.
Yeah, Grace Danziger going for the jump. As here comes the serve by Maya Gross, who's been having a pretty stellar second set compared to the first especially, but Penn State will take the first point there. Julia Bishop with the serve there as Penn State puts it up and shoots the moon. Timeout seems to have helped them somewhat as Blossom takes the serve. And tipped off of the arms of Michigan State. They will have chipped away at the lead again. I can't make historical jokes unless I'm absolutely confident I've got the years right. There's the serve.
And a little fumble by the Spartans will cost them that point.
Indeed. All right, now it's 19-17. That one lands just inside. Gibbs diving for 22-18. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll get the serve. And Penn State will stay alive, 24-21. Donna Rollins, 12-9. Just under Danziger.
That opportunity to have quite a big lead within a set, but also quite a bit of a loss in each set. And now they've really found that even playing field.
Certainly.
Minnesota begins in rotation one with Melanie Schaffmaster, the sophomore from Newcastle, Indiana, serving against one of the teams in her home state. And an early point for Purdue off the Minnesota block. She was a pretty good player, right?
Yes, she was.
Bush sets the middle. That was Colvin with the swing. And a point for Purdue.
Proved so much since the last time I've seen her play. Take a look at how she goes right up there and she hits high. Teams were running fast offense against her. She was lost. Well, boy, I've seen improvements in the last few matches that they've played in her blocking. So it's great to see that from Raven.
Marissa Hornung with the serve for Purdue. Caitlyn Newton sets the ball over. Miyabi with the swing, but the Purdue block.
Very big and very aggressive as they reach over the net.
It's like they've got 3 middle blockers in the front row. Bush passes to Raven Colvin.
Yeah, and a little unexpected that she's getting so many sets, but look at how she takes. Again, the passing for Purdue is spot on right now. They're able to run their offense really cleanly.
Wennis is blocked by Purdue. Good luck. Boilers look good in the first set on the road.
And she knows that the right back area of the court is open, so swings to that open area.
Schaffmaster sets Miyabe at the pin. The other pin this time, Samity blocked. Point Purdue, 21-12 Boilermakers in the first.
To make this just an awesome season, and you see that tonight. She's just having a great game so far.
And a point for Purdue after that ball was tapped down by Raven Colvin in the middle. It's a great observation. Colvin gets the set and plants it right in front of Schaffmaster against Iowa. That's on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app, which is where we are for this top 10 volleyball showdown. Raven Colvin back on the floor, and on the overpass, it leads to a Purdue point.
Middle back area of the court, that's impossible to defend.
Another double-double for Samity. Colvin pushed that one over. Off the Purdue block and down in play for a Boilermaker point.
Are you defending a player and looking at their hand, but you're also assessing as a group of 6, can this shot be hit, can it not be hit? He's putting in another defensive player. He feels like defense is critical. Saved a sub so that he has 3 back row players that can really do a good job in the backcourt to defend the ball.